animal rescue, we are constantly trying to fix a problem. We are constantly trying to take animals out of shelter, save. But we haven't really considered how to prevent them from having to enter the shelter in the first place. As much as the pandemic made everything narrow, it also has really spurred us into this next, like a new way of looking at animal rescue. There's so many other stories that we have been able to become a part of, whether it's people and pets together, providing pet food and supplies, to the tribal community work that we're doing, which it's a privilege to be invited.
We've been around since around 2008. Our founder, Kim Carrier, started it right around this recession, essentially where she was panicking herself about how am I going to feed my animals after some changes in her life.
Our mission at People Invest Together is to support families and help them care for their pets, whether that's providing them food or subsidized veterinary care or other resources. We want to make sure that the option of giving up an animal is never even considered. It's been our experience that that's the last option for people. If they can't keep their animal in the housing they're in, they will live in their car, or they'll live on the streets. There's people we see all the time that are really struggling, but the last thing they want to do is to give up their pet.
When I think about people that have had to give up their pets, especially to a shelter or an animal control situation, and they have no updates, they have no idea where that animal ended up. I think about my dogs and having to give them up and then never knowing if they even survived. Nobody should have to do that. If you love an animal, you should be able to have the resources to keep them with you.
That's kind of where we step in. We help them and make sure they can get back on their feet. Up until now, we were primarily just a food shelf, but with a partnership with Secondhand Hounds, we can now expand.
You can also get collars and leashes. Maybe you have to take your dog to the vet and you need a kennel. We provide all of those things as well. The clients that we see love their pets, and we're just supporting them like any other social service agency would help in other ways.
If we all took more of a holistic approach to animal rescue and looked at it from how we can stop the problem in the first place, as opposed to just always dealing with the problem, we could do so much as a nation.
In northern Minnesota, where our northern tribal communities are, you're looking at 40, 50 miles sometimes to bring an animal to the veterinarian. And unfortunately, sometimes certain veterinarian offices do have a certain stigma when it comes to serving tribal communities. It is not that we don't love our animals, we do. It is just that sometimes family situations, economic situations, lack of transportation limit our families to bring them for proper care. I heard elders and family members express the wish that we could host our own pet clinics in our own community centers. We were able to connect with Secondhand Hounds to provide no-cost vet services as spay and neuter and wellness clinics to our outer districts. Many of our food shelves that we have also has pet food available from Secondhand Hounds or MinSnap. So when they go and need a little support in their lives, they can also get support for the four-legged, and that's a really nice thing to also see.
$100 when you're talking about dog food, buying it wholesale from this generous company that allows us to do that, can feed literally dozens of animals for a month. Donations are where we can do the most good. We can actually make a substantial impact when we raise the funds. And we have been spending more money than ever in 2020 and 2021. And so more than ever, we need the people to believe in this mission, to believe in this dream, to understand that we are not always trying to solve a problem. We're trying to get ahead of the problem, but we cannot do it without the support of our community.